Hi guys, welcome to Gunslingers VFA 105. I am Pip, and today we are going to go through using the FLIR pod and setting up GPS guided bombs. So what we'll do is I've already rearmed. As we can see, I've got some GBUs, some JSOLs. I've got my FLIR pod on my pod 6, and what we'll do to start off with, in the cockpit we will turn the FLIR pod on, so that starts firing up, and then I will start setting up my bombs. So for the GBUs, I'll select J82 mode. I always go with 2, and then I will go E-fuse to Insta, and I would do that for for all pylons that I have got the GBUs on. And there we go. And then you'll get a little box, some stuff down here telling you that your E-fuse is set to Insta mode is 2. Set up, skip across to the other one, which will tell you that as well you're on 2 and your fuse is Insta. So we'll go to the JSOLs and we'll do pretty much exactly the same. So mode to TUO and fuse Insta and set up and do it exactly the game for each pylon. So now that is the bombs set up, the FLIR pod's on. So what we'll do is we'll head out to the waypoint that we had set up on our previous video when we were setting up the waypoints. If you haven't seen that, I will link that down in the description below, which we have got already set on waypoint 0. So we'll box our SA page. I'll bring the SA page up here so you can see it better. So we will box our waypoint waypoint 0, which we have already modified in the previous video, and we will mark that so it comes up on our HUD, and we'll head out to the waypoint now. So whilst we're heading to the waypoint, I will do autopilot CPL, so that will take us to where we are, and whilst that's doing that, I will let it climb to about 8,000 feet, which is the first layer of clouds. And whilst it's doing that, I'll just go through some other stuff. So normally you'd be on this page, so we'll go menu and we will get the FLIR pod up. So there's a couple of buttons that we'll need for the FLIR pod so we can use it. So I have on my axis there we go, throttle designated control horizontal and throttle designated control vertical axis. I have a little joystick on my stick which I have set up there, and then also we have throttle designated control depress. This is so when we are using the FLIR pod we can select a target that we want to drop bombs on. Also you'd need your sensor control switches set up so you can select what MFD you will want to use. So we'll level out here at 8,000 feet. We are now 24 miles away from the waypoint that we've set up. So I am going to go with the J82s, so we will arm ourselves, we will do air to ground, and our bombs are ready. We'll click this back to our FLIR pod, and if we hit on our SA page, as we've got it boxed already for getting to it, if we hit waypoint designator here, it then sets our FLIR pod to where we had set the waypoint. So if we go to the FLIR pod, if we click this button here, we are able to go to narrow, which gives us the opportunity to zoom. And if we then select our page, we get this little diamond in the corner saying that we have now selected this page. Let's just drop down below this cloud. Slow it down a bit. And now we are able to move our flir pod around, and we have a target just here, and we will TDC him, target designated control. We'll click on him, and it comes up on our HUD. We are 0 to 12 seconds for TMR. It's where we can drop the bombs. That will tell us when we are ready or when we are in our zone. So as you can see, it says we're in range, so we will pickle. And that has dropped one bomb, and we will swing it to the left. And hopefully we'll be able to see it explode on our flir pod. Oh no, we're getting fired at, so we will move out the way. As you can see, we have got a confirm that we have destroyed that vehicle. So that is how. So we will do J cells. We'll move over onto the J cell. Alright, so, and it is pretty much exactly the same, apart from you can get a bit more distance out of the J cells. So let's turn back in towards target. There we go, our flir pod is now picked up, and we have another target just here. Sure I'm flying alright. And we'll TDC on him. And you can see in our middle of our HUD that we have got the arrows telling us where we have got selected on the flir pod. Level out here. And we're in range, so we will just pickle on him now. And we will turn. We'll just go up in the air. And I'll F6.
Dodge 9, airborne.
And the JSOL we've selected is a cluster type. So that's pretty much the way of using our FLIR pod and how to use GPS guided bombs. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and join our Discord, which is linked below. You are more than welcome to join. Hope to fly with you soon. Thanks for watching. See you later.